All right, folks, I just wanted to record a quick tutorial to introduce this next kind of assignment that you're doing. So you've written an introduction reflection to the evolution and biology unit of the class. And so that was going to be our discussion of our thinking about evolution, the conflict between evolution and religion, about natural selection and the modern synthesis, and about the extended evolutionary synthesis. So you wrote an introduction before we went into that unit, to just kind of collect your ideas, what you understand, what you knew about that coming into it. Now we've made it through the first unit of the class. And so we want to look back at what we worked on together in the class, and engage with it. And so your evolution and biology debriefing, or all the debriefing assignments, this is your first one, they're not reflections like your introduction reflections. Instead, this is going to this assignment asks you to put what you learned in the unit into practice. Put it together, bring in your introduction reflection. So look back at your introduction reflection. Think about what you came in to the unit understanding, knowing, believing. You went through the unit. Now where are you? How does the information that we covered in the class, both in the readings and the recorded lessons, how do they integrate, challenge, enliven what you came to the unit understanding? And to do this is going to take you kind of putting the material together. So you can't, the unit itself is kind of it's one unit together. And so we started thinking about evolution. So what is evolution? Let's have a conversation about what we think about evolution. And then we started introducing mechanisms, with natural selection being kind of the first scientifically articulated mechanism. Then we integrated natural selection into the modern synthesis, which includes genetics. And then we brought the modern synthesis into the 21st century with the extended evolutionary synthesis, where we extended, as the name says, we extended the mechanisms and the causal directionality of evolutionary forces, so that organisms are actively shaping their own ecological milieus, and of course, by doing so, are shaping their own evolutionary trajectories. It's niche construction. So what you're going to do is kind of put everything together, and kind of discuss where you are. For this assignment, you need to cite material. For the reflection, you didn't have to cite anything. Here you do. You need to cite the readings, you need to cite the lectures. Do you have to cite all the readings and all the lectures? No, but you should be citing material from the class. You need to write at least 250 words. So it's a little bit longer than your introduction reflection, but your introduction reflection is just putting your kind of initial ideas down so that you have something to look back on. This is where you put that to work. You bring it into conversation with the material from the class. You put the material from the class together, and then you kind of talk about where you are now. So as long as you are looking back to your introductory reflection, as long as you are writing 250 words and citing, and not just like reflecting, right? You should not simply be reflecting. Like, I really enjoyed this unit of the class. I learned a lot. That's awesome. And I'm glad that you did, if you do feel that way. But you need to do something a bit more substantive than that. And so one example might be, I came into this unit thinking that evolution was survival of the fittest. And in reading the Gregory article, citation, I now understand that survival of the fittest is actually a poor metaphor for capturing evolution. And evolution is a much more broader idea and process than survival of the fittest kind of allows us to pay attention to. And then, you can talk about more details about the material. Keep in mind that I don't give you exams. So the places that I have to assess you to make sure that you're actually learning something in the class is here with these debriefings and with your lab assignments you're doing, anthropology assignments. Just you need to have read, you need to have watched all of the lectures that I've posted on Canvas. And then, of course, there are no class meetings to attend for this, but that's what the lectures are for. And then you're going to write 250 words at least, engaging with the material from the class, bringing your own ideas, bringing your introduction reflection into conversation with it. All right, I'm really looking forward to reading your first debriefings, and I'll be sure to give you plenty of feedback on it so that you know how you are doing. Take care.